god, thank you so much for watching. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial. This is a look that I love to wear from time to time, and I do the same exact look, I don't know, when I'm feeling different, when I want to change up you know, my makeup and I want something dark, smoky. This is my favorite look, and I'm surprised that I haven't filmed it. And the other day I wore it and I posted a picture of it on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me there, you need to, because I'm always posting little things like that. And my hair is literally falling to pieces. I have to get my hair dyed so bad. You have no idea. It's driving me up the wall. I can't even put it down because the roots are just insane. Anyway, let me just... Lord have mercy. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, follow me on Instagram if you don't. I know that this isn't a look that is for everyone. It's definitely not everybody's cup of tea. And a lot of you seem to like it. So I figured I'm probably going to do this look again on myself in the future, and I might as well just have a tutorial for it. So it is definitely something that you don't see from me often. A little bit different than I usually do, which is usually go with a lot of color. I mean, I still think this is a lot of color, but it's using all matte eyeshadows, and they're kind of, I don't know, dark and smoky, and I love it. I paired it with a darker lip, again, something different, but I do like it. So yeah, I use in the video Velvet Teddy, but I did find a similar lipstick by Rimmel in case you don't have MAC Velvet Teddy, and this is number 14, Rimmel Lasting Finish by Kate. It is pretty similar to MAC's Velvet Teddy, so I found that one, and I also found one by Maybelline in my collection called 215 Totally Toffee. They're not exact dupes because Velvet Teddy is matte, which I kind of wanted to keep the theme going with my eyes on my lips, but they're pretty similar. So these are two drugstore options I thought I'd let you know about, just in case, like I said, you don't have MAC's Velvet Teddy. But yeah, I did all matte eye, all matte lip, and kind of like a glowy cheek just to mix it up a little bit. The technique that I use for this look is really simple. I just go from lightest to darkest, and I mean, you'll see that in the tutorial, but it's really simple. It's something that I feel like the look doesn't really come together until the end. So yeah, I'll just let you guys watch the tutorial, and yeah, I hope that you enjoy, and let's get started. I'm going to start off with MAC Painterly Paint Pot in Painterly. Didn't I just say that? Yes. Painterly Paint Pot. This just really helps conceal the veins and the discoloration on my eyes, so I really like to use this as a base. I'm just going to smooth that over with my fingers, and then I'm going to grab MAC Samoa Silk. You can use anything that you have. This is just what I have at hand, and I'm just going to place that underneath my brow bone. I'm going to try to stay above my crease a little bit. But obviously I'm still going to place some shadow there, but I really want to focus this right above the crease, and I'm just going to feather that out as best as I can. Just really go back and forth and buff everything out. Then I'm going to take MAC Texture, and I'm going to apply that right onto the crease. This is slightly more pigmented than Samoa Silk. It is, I think, a satin, but it really applies like a matte. And I'm just going to really buff that all into the crease using the same exact brush, same motion. I'm just placing it a little bit lower than I placed the Samoa Silk. Then I'm taking MAC Swiss Chocolate, again, one of my favorites, and I'm going to place that right onto the lid. So it's going to be beneath the crease, on the lid, and I'm just going to go back and forth, back and forth. I'm still using the same brush. I just kind of wiped it off a little bit, and I'm just going back and forth, making sure that everything's blended really well, but still with the distinction of the colors. Next, I'm going to take Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear. If you have MAC's Brown Script, it is literally the same exact color. I just find that Cocoa Bear is a little bit more pigmented. And I'm going to hold my eye taut, and I'm going to start applying that to my eye. I'm just kind of rubbing it around my entire bottom lid, and that's just so that I get an even application of this color, and I want to really make sure that I get it all the way up to my eyelashes. And then I'm just going to go back to my Samoa Silk, and I'm going to use a MAC 217, and I'm going to go right above all the colors that I just put down, and I'm just kind of feathering out everything so that it doesn't look all one color. And then I'm just grabbing a little bit more texture, and I'm going to put that right where I put Samoa Silk and texture, and kind of just blending that also. For highlight, I chose a matte color, and that's going to be MAC Poulet, and I'm just using whatever kind of brush I found, and I'm placing that right underneath the brow bone, and I'm really going to work on this blending right here because it's really important that you really highlight your eyebrow just so that it doesn't look, again, all one color. Next, I'm taking a kohl pencil. This one is Urban Decay Peversion, and I'm going to hold my eye taut, and I'm going to place a thin line, as thin of a line as I can, on my lid from corner to corner. And then I'm going to take MAC Handwritten, another one of my favorite colors, and I'm just going to take that with a, I think, yeah, this is a MAC 239 brush. It's a small shader brush, and I'm just going to buff that all into that line. Just really go back and forth, and this is what's going to make the eyes look super smoky. And then I'm just going to go back to Cocoa Bear and just add a little bit over the top of that, just to, you know, really emphasize the Cocoa Bear color because it's really the richest. And again, I'm going back to Brulee and just making sure that the eyebrow bone is highlighted and everything is blended out. Then I'm going to move on to foundation. I'm using L'Oreal True Match in W4, and I placed a couple of dots on my face, not too much, and I'm just going to use my beauty blender to blend that into my skin. Another important step in this look, I feel, is concealer. So I'm going to take the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline and MAC Prep and Prime. This just really highlights my face, and it gives a lightness underneath my eyes that I think is necessary with a smoky look like this, just because if not, I just feel like it can make your eyes look super tired. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my beauty blender again. Next, I'm going to take MAC's Cream Color Base in Hush, and I'm going to pop some onto the back of my hand using my finger, and then grab that with my beauty blender and then just pounce that on the highest point of my cheeks. Just going to help my skin look a little bit more lively and give it a little bit more of a dewy look. I'm just going to go back to the eyes and add Handwritten right to the bottom lash line, and using that same MAC 239 and just buff that back and forth. Then I'm taking a flat definer brush and texture, and I'm going to blend that right underneath Handwritten, and I'm just going to go ahead and buff that back and forth again. And then to blend that all out, I'm taking a angled blending brush, and I'm just going back and forth, just making sure that everything's connected and that there's no really crazy lines underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to line my eyes using the same pencil. I'm going to tight line, and I'm also going to line the inner waterline from corner to corner. And I'm just going to go back to that flat definer brush and smudge that out just a tiny bit. Next, I'm working on my eyebrows, and I'm just going to fill them in slightly with my
Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I'm also going to fill them in with the Anastasia Brow Powder. I do have an in-depth video on how I do my brows, so I'll leave the link below. To set my foundation, I did use a tiny bit of the It Cosmetics powder. It's actually a foundation, but I took a really big brush and I just kind of used that to set that foundation. And I'm going to use the contour kit from Anastasia in the shade Banana, the color Banana, just to set underneath my eyeballs, underneath my eyes with a concealer so that it looks a lot more brighter. And of course, mascara, voila. And then I'm going to move on to bronzer. I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I love this part of the tutorial. It just gives my face definition, dimension, and bronzer just makes the world a better place. And then I just couldn't help myself. I had to add a little bit more highlight, and I used Hard Candy's Tiki, and I placed that along the same points where I placed the cream color base. And I have to set my eyebrows because they are super long, and this is the only thing that tames them. So this brow gel again is from Anastasia, and it's in the color Brunette. For blush, I used this BareMinerals loose blush. Why can't I ever say that? It's like a tongue twister. This is in the color Beauty, and it's gorgeous, really beautiful. I'm not a fan of loose powders because I think they're messy, but honestly this is really pretty, and I highly suggest that you check it out if you've never tried any of their loose blushes before. And before I add my lip liner, I just like to add a little bit of foundation over my lips. I just think it helps really to help the colors show up true. And I'm using Milani lip liner in Nude, and I'm just going to line my lips with this. And then I'm just going to diffuse the line a little bit with my finger, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in my lips with MAC Velvet Teddy. And then I just went ahead and added a little bit of Creme de Nude in the center of my lips. I just feel like this helps any colors that I feel like are a little bit too dark for my skin. It just helps it blend nicely into, I don't know, it just makes it look better. But yes, this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. As always, I'll catch you later, guys. Bye!
I hope that you like my smoky eye. I hope that you like my smoky eye. It's not that smoky. It's a little bit smoky. But I love it. I need to go to bed.